So hello everyone, in this video we'll be understanding JavaScript syntax. So we'll be looking at how JavaScript actually looks and how the basic structure of JavaScript looks like. So as we have already understood about this script tag, practically and theoretical way both. So we'll be understanding some JavaScript syntax basically. So this is a normal JavaScript code or some statements of JavaScript. This where keyword which you are seeing here are the are the keywords for declaring variables, and you can see that three variables are declared and they are containing some values. So where x equals to 5 suggests that x is having some value. X is a variable is nothing. We'll be understanding about the variables in the detailed manner. Just understand the term that whenever this one line of code is executed or one statement is completed, then we are terminating that code with this semicolon. So this is an important concept to understand the JavaScript statements. So this is one line, and after that we have terminated this by the semicolon. Then we have started a new statement on the next line, which also is doing the same thing, which is declaring the variable and assigning the value, and we are just adding this semicolon here to terminate the line or terminate the statement. Similarly, we are assigning this sum variable, declaring the sum variable and assigning the value x plus y, which is x is having this 5, so the x will be replaced with 5 and y will be replaced with this 10. We'll be understanding about variables and the other concept in the detail. So just understand this concept or this JavaScript statements. So this is how a JavaScript statement looks like, and then we are printing the sum variable inside this document.write. So whatever the sum will be there, it will be printed out to the screen or to the web page. So this is how a JavaScript statement actually looks like. JavaScript is a case sensitive language, which means that you cannot use this where keyword with the capital letters, or like the first letter should be in capital or something like that. You cannot use that. You have to use the same functions which are named, like document.write is named like in the smaller casing. Like you have to use this smaller casing. Otherwise, if you try to use a different casing for this function, then it will not work. So that is one important thing to understand in JavaScript. JavaScript is case sensitive. This means that variables, languages, keywords, which was var, function names, and other identifiers must always be typed with a consistent capitalization of letters. So that is one important point, that all the keywords in JavaScript, function names, and other variable names are case sensitive. You cannot use the different casing, or like if you choose to decide the different casing, then it will be treated a different thing, not the same thing, right? So for example, a variable myvar, for example, it created this variable myvar, must be typed myvar, not myvar with m capital or all smaller. So these three will be treated three different variables. That's why we should not uh, like behave differently. Like if we are creating this variable, so we have to create like this, and uh, whenever we want to use this, we'll be using the same casing which is there. We cannot change the casing. Similarly, the method name get element by id, we'll be learning about this in the future videos. This is actually for changing the DOM, or by getting the id of the element. So get element by id is should be named by like this. So the casing which we use in JavaScript is camel casing. Camel casing is like first letter should be in smaller case, and whenever a new word is attached to that keyword or that name, that should be capitalized. For example, this G is smaller, this G is smaller, and then this E is capitalized, and then after element is finished, then B is capitalized, and then after I is capitalized. So this is called camel casing. It looks like the back of a camel, so that's why. must be typed with the exact case, not as get element by id or something like that. So if you want to use this function, then you will be using the name like this, not with any other case. So case sensitivity is very important in JavaScript. So you can see that my var is executed like this. My var, for example, I created this variable my var, and then I assigned this a string value to it. So the log value, if I want to use this variable, so I'll be using the same casing, not the different casing. Otherwise these variables will not be like understood by the JavaScript if it is not created or declared by you. So undefined will come or something like that. So what is a JavaScript comment? We'll be doing all of this thing practically. Just understand the thing theoretically first. So actually JavaScript comments are the piece of code which you want to, which we do not want to execute, or some instructions which you want to write in your code to like get the idea about the code, that what this code is actually doing. So comment is actually ignored by the JavaScript interpreter. Interpreter is nothing but a program that compiles your code into machine code. So JavaScript interpreter will ignore this line, which is a comment. So for adding a comment, you just have to add the two backslashes, and then you can write any comment you want. So whether it be any instruction or a single word, or if you want to comment some part of the code, that also you can do to temporarily block, like hide your code, or temporarily you want to ignore your code from the interpreter. So that's why we use JavaScript in comments. So for that we have this backslash, then you have to write your comment. This is a multi-line comment, which is nothing, just similar to the CSS as we do in the CSS, how we add comment in CSS. This is same like that. So we just add this backslash star, and then we write our comment. And after that, if your comment is multi-line, so you can go to the next line as well. And after finishing your comment, or the piece of your comment, like whatever you want to write in your comment, after finishing that, you have to close your comment with this star backslash symbol. So backslash star and star backslash. So this is what you do. So slash star star slash, this you can also understand. Then you have to write this hello world, and then this code will be executed, and that comment will be ignored. So this is not be executed by JavaScript interpreter. It will not it will ignore this line. So it will not show you in the execution, but when you see the code, then you will find this line. And basically we do that for giving some instruction about the code, or getting the idea, like we want to show that this function is doing this. And for giving comments, like by giving comments, you make your code very like readable, and anybody can understand your code. That's why it is a good practice to add comments. So this is the end of the slide. We understood some basic terminologies in JavaScript and understood some syntax of JavaScript. We'll be writing our first JavaScript code, or detailed JavaScript code, in the next video, and we'll be starting the concept from the variables. So thank you for watching the video. We'll meet in the another one.